Oh, yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen of the media, I would like to thank you for joining me today on such short notice for the Seattle Sea Dots press conference for the PBL preseason week 2. I know that last week we got off to a bit of a bumpy start with our opponent forfeiting due to some issues that they were having, but we are back in full force this week and we'll be having our match. Little Macho, our assistant coach, thanks you for your willingness to be here and ask us some questions. I would like to inform you that before we get started, yes, well, we did get dressed up for this. He's going to go back down there to the sidebar where he can observe and make sure nothing gets too out of hand here. Anyway, we're going to kind of try to keep this short, I realized that our last press conference media interaction went a little long with our draft recap, but we're going to try and keep this a bit short. So this week, we are going up against the Shiny Kings, coached by Ethan Oshwat. For our last week of preseason before we get into regular season next week, it's a very exciting match. I do like the team that he could possibly bring and the way it matches up with our team. So our opponent's options for his Mega are Mega Banette, Alakazam, Gengar, and Espeon. And when I look at those first four options that he has, I see 2 Ghost and I see 2 Psychic. So I believe that Mega Gyarados could have a lot of fun this week if we get the option to set up with it. I believe that as soon as we are able to get a Dragon Dance up with Mega Gyarados, things could turn in our favor greatly. After that, he has Hydreigon, which is a big threat and really covers that dark weakness pretty well, is obviously a big-time threat on his team. Porygon Z also is an issue. It's very speedy. It has adaptability tri-attack off of a base 135 special attack, and it can do a lot of damage to us. We'll have to watch out for it. Moltres, the fiery bird, the fiery legendary bird, is back there too. That ×4 weakness to rock is really its biggest crutch, and we'll have to plan accordingly for it. After that, we have Yanmega, which is also another ×4 weakness to rock. So we're definitely seeing we're going to have to bring some kind of rock coverage this week. Even if he doesn't decide to bring those 2 mons, just the option that he could bring them is going to make us want to bring some rock-type coverage. Then we have Shuckle, his Bug Rock Wall. I believe that it's a very good Pokemon. It could wall a lot of things on my team, except for Mega Gyara. So if it comes in on us and tries to do any Sticky Web, Toxic shenanigans, I believe that if we're able to get a Dragon Dance up with Mega Gyarados while it's in there, it won't matter if it Toxic us. We will be able to sweep before it can do anything else. After that, there is Houndoom, which is good fire dark coverage. Would be good to mitigate that dark weakness on his team if Mega Gyara wasn't a thing. Waterfall will still OHKO that thing, regardless of whether or not we get off a Dragon Dance. And Politoed, which is an interesting Pokemon in his team. I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. Drizzle ability definitely aids my team, I think, a bit more than him, so I'd be surprised to see him bring Politoed this week, because if he sets up a Drizzle and then I get Mega Gyara in there, it boosts my own Waterfall, mitigates my fire weaknesses on Amoonguss and Jirachi, which is something that I don't think that he would want to do, so I don't expect to see it this week. Anyway, let's get into the team we're bringing. First and foremost, the MVP, the predicted MVP of this week, and our Mega on our team, Mega Gyarados. Obviously, as I mentioned before, the first 4 his Mega in both his OU Pokemon and his first UU Pokemon are all weak to Dark-type moves, with 2 of them being Ghost and 2 of them being Psychic. Now, Alakazam can carry like Dazzling Gleam and Energy Ball, but I'm not super concerned with it, as Mega Gyara will outspeed if we're able to set up properly. So, we're bringing Mega Gyarados, Jolly Nature with max speed, max attack, to make sure that if we don't have the option to set up, we can still be useful. Rocking Waterfall Crunch, Ice Fang for the Hydreigon, and only for the Hydreigon, and then Dragon Dance. Now, in order for Ice Fang to be a guaranteed OHKO on the Hydreigon, we do need to get 2 Dragon Dances up. If we get 2 Dragon Dances up, we outspeed his entire team, and we OHKO his entire team, according to the calcs that I've done. So if we get the chance to do that, we automatically win, unless Mega Banette is able to Will-O-Wisp us, so I'd like to get that thing out of the way with its Prankster ability as soon as I can. Number 2 on our team is going to be the team captain Jirachi. Jirachi's coming in because it really covers a lot of the weaknesses that Mega Gyarados has and the things that it can't hit. I believe that Jirachi it won't be able to do a lot against some member of his team, but I do like it as a choice scarfer because some of his more common choice scarf options, it'll speed tie or outspeed, and I like that a lot. Basically, what it can do is it with max speed, Jolly Nature, outspeeds a choice scarf, Hydreigon max speed, Jolly Nature, so I'll be able to U-turn and get off a lot of good damage on it, basically. So, Jirachi is going to be rocking with that Jolly Nature, Choice Scarf, Max Speed, Max Attack, 4 into Defense, with Iron Head, Zen Headbutt, U-Turn, and Stealth Rocks. I do realize that Stealth Rocks and Choice Scarf is a weird thing to run, but I want the Choice Scarf on Jirachi, and I've done this set before. It does work. It does work. I promise it works. It's just a little interesting to get off at the beginning, but he doesn't have a spinner or a defogger on his team, so I know for a fact I'm going to go with those Stealth Rocks off early, and I don't have a spinner or defogger on my team, so we might be trading rocks first turn the way I have it planned. So, then we have Thundurus, Nimbus, really one of the MVPs of our team so far as I've been testing this team in the preseason. Really just an amazing Pokemon with that Prankster ability, and it covers a lot of weaknesses really well on our team. I want it there to hit Politoed. If Mega Gyarados gets burned, it can come in and pretty much clean up, I believe, with the moveset I've given it. It's a Life Orb attacker, timid, max speed, max special attack, 4 HP, with Thunderbolt, Volt Switch for Switch U-Turn Initiative, Focus Blast, and Taunt. Focus Blast, OHKOs, Hydreigon. With this spread, regardless of what range, it just comes down to hitting it. So that is the move set on Thundurus. Basically, I do have a lot of Volt U-Turn initiative on this. On my team, I have 2 Volt Turn and 1 U-Turn. The Volt Turn with Thundurus, Rotom Heat, and Jirachi. I really like that. I think it could keep Ethan off balance, and I believe it could very well switch the battle into our favor if we're getting to a sticky position. After this, we have Rotom Heat. I believe that dual electric types is never bad to bring. They don't share anything other than a rock weakness, and we do have things for rock on our own team. Rotom Heat, Mittens the nickname, because he just has those little mittens always waving around. I don't know why I needed to explain that to you, members of the media. You don't need to know why his name is Mittens. Anyway, he's rocking that timid nature, choice specs, max speed, max special attack, 4 defense, with overheat and volt switch, and then thunder wave and trick. I realize that having choice specs and thunder wave and trick, having 2 non-attacking moves on a choice specs user is unconventional, but basically my plan with this thing is that he has things like, when I go down, he has things like Shuckle, and he has things like pretty much just Shuckle, honestly. Shuckle is what I'm going to possibly want to trick, and I believe that I can trick some kind of wall will come in on this thing, and I'll be able to trick it choice specs, then start thunder waving, volt switching over the field, and I believe that would be mightily useful for our team. And then we get into what walls we're bringing this week. Amoonguss, because it nearly perfectly covers the weakness of Mega Gyarados. Mr. Gus will be here with Regenerator, Bold, our physical wall, rocking that Black Sludge, max HP, max defense, 4 special attack EVs, with Giga Drain, Toxic Spore, dual status, and synthesis. I'm running Toxic over Sludge Bomb because I believe that Sludge Bomb doesn't really do good coverage to his team, and if I can Toxic, if I can Stealth Rock, if I can Spore, if I can spread statuses around with Amoonguss, who he can't touch too well, then that will allow me to eventually wear down his team very well and play the stall game if it comes to that. Pretty much this team is set up that I can play stall or I can play quick-paced offense. I can play stall with Florges and Amoonguss and my Volt turning with Jirachi and Thundurus and Rotom Heat, or I can go straight for the big KOs with Mega Gyarados if I get the chance to set up after Mega Banette is out of the way. Then we have Florges, our last team member, our special wall. leftovers, max HP, moderate amount of special defense, and then the rest into defense because its special defense is so good already that we don't need to go max special defense. We can throw a bit into special defense to try to live some kind of hits. And Florgus is rocking Moonblast, Aromatherapy to heal off our own statuses, Wish, and Protect. I am running the standard Wish Pass set this week because I think it complements our team best. And that is why. Anyway, we are now at 10 minutes, so I'm going to bring this interview to a close. Thank you so much for your interest in the Seattle Sea Dots this season. We're looking forward to giving you the best possible matches we can and hopefully take home the cup. Anyway, my name is Lucas, aka Macho Emolga. This is Little Macho. We are the head coach and assistant coaches of your Seattle Sea Dots in the PBL. We look very forward to seeing you this Sunday against the Shiny Kings. Go Sea Dots!
Oh, yeah!